Recently, United Nations Development Program released a human development report titled A Matter of Choice, People and Their Possibilities in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. India ranked 130 out of 193 countries in 2025 with the score 0.685 out of 1. Iceland is the top with the score 0.972. The South Sudan is the bottom with the score 0.388. Despite being the most populous nation, the 7th largest by the land area, the 5th largest land by economy, and among the top 3 military spender globally, India still ranks only 130 in Human Development Index. Why? Why India lagging behind in the Human Development Index? In this chapter, we will decode what does the development really mean? How do different people define the development differently? Why income alone cannot be measured the progress? Non-income indicators like health, education, equality. What is Human Development Index? Why is India lagging behind? How to compare development between the two countries and two states? Morning to all. Welcome back to Class 10 Crash Course presented by Sigma E-Learning Smart Way to Excellence. The topic we'll discuss today is the development from the Class 10 Economy. We'll start with the question session. Think like an aspirant. Let's begin with the questions. What are the possible questions can be asked in the class of development? We'll discuss one by one here. See, read the question number 1. Which of the following is best reflect the idea of sustainable development? To answer this question, we need to first of all know the what is development, what is the sustainable development, what is the difference between the sustainable development and development. Then only we can able to answer this first question. Then come to the second question. Two countries with the same per capita income may still differ in the development levels because. So to answer the question number 2, we need to know the what is the per capita income. How a per capita income can decide the development of any country. Then only we can answer to the question. Come to the question number 3. A state has high per capita income but high infant mortality rate and low literacy rate. This indicates. So to answer this question, we need to first of all know the what is the high infant mortality rate, what is the low literacy rate. Then only we can able to answer. Then come to the fourth question. Which of the following reflect the quality of development? To answer this, first of all, we need to know what is the qualitative development, what is the quantitative development. Then only we can able to answer this question. These are the some possible questions. The model questions can be asked in the competitive examination, especially from the chapter development. Now we'll go deep into the concept of development. What is development? Simply, development is process of improvement in the standard of living and the quality of life. Carefully observe this figure. In figure number 1, the street is very narrow, so many people congested in the narrow street, and the house is also very congested as well as it looks dirty also. Then coming to the second picture, in the second picture there is a wooden house with healthy environment with very large working area, very large living area with good air and ventilation. Then coming to the third picture, pakka houses as well as very large houses, the narrow streets with cars, means their development, their financial status is better than picture 1 and picture 2. See, this is the direction of development. Direction of development in the sense from the lowest standard of life to better standard of life to best standard of life. The movement has been from this to this. This is the direction of development. So, in generally, we can say the development is process of improvement in the standard of life and quality of life. For an individual person, development depends on so many factors like environment, health, education, employment, good income, peace and security, financial freedom, like this. For a country as a whole, development also depends on good health infrastructure, good educational infrastructure, innovations, available resources, per capita income, transparency, best quality administration, a well-developed judiciary, and social justice, and so on. All these factors affect the development. If these all factors are very well, then automatically development will come. So, the development is progressive improvement in the quality of life and standard of living. Understanding the progress beyond the income. India is a large and diverse country. India is lived by diverse set of peoples. Let's say, for example, agricultural laborers, tribals, women, men, large farmers, daily wage laborers, rich entrepreneurs, industrialists, and so on. All these different people have different set of developmental goals. We'll discuss one by one here. First of all, what does the development mean to you? In your personal opinion, what does the development mean to you? In this slide, we'll discuss three different kind of people and their developmental goals in their perspective. In the picture number 1 is the rich entrepreneur. In his perspective, getting the lot of profit and employment is the development goal of entrepreneur. But coming to the picture number 2, the women and men sit together as a family. They are enjoying the family life as well as they are working in their laptops. Means in their perspective, development is a healthy family relationship as well as earning as well as good employment. Then coming to the third picture, in third picture, the person alone enjoying his personal life without any family, without any money. So in his perspective, enjoying the life is the developmental goal. In this manner, different set of people have different set of developmental goals. It can be employment, it can be money, it can be happy life alone, it can be enjoyable life with family, peace and security and more. So different people have different set of developmental goals. For example, in this slide, observe the first figure. This is the slum habitation. These all people are slum dwellers. For slum dwellers, the development goals is pakka house, hospital and health, good education and school, drinking water, and so on. These all factors are the developmental goals in their perspective only. Then come to the picture number 2. In picture number 2 is the agriculture labor. In his perspective, the good wages, regular work, healthy environment, safety and security in agriculture fields is the development goals of in his perspective. So development goals of slum dwellers are different from the development goals of agriculture labor. So different set of people have different set of developmental goals. In this slide, a set of unemployed youth waiting for the interview. In their perspective, the developmental goal is employment, job security, mental peace, financial freedom, decent work culture, dignity of work are the development goals in their perspective. But in the perspective of tribals, safety and security, cultural preservation, environmental sustainability, social justice are the development goals in the perspective of the tribals. Development goal of tribals may not be the development goal to the entrepreneurs. Development goal of unemployed youth may not be the development goal of the agriculture laborers. In this manner, different people have their unique style of developmental goals. What may be development for one may not be the development for other. It may even destructive for some other also. Destructive in the sense, the development goal of some section of people causing the harm to the or causing the loss to the another set of the people. So that's the destructive goal of the developmental goal. In this slide, we will discuss the conflicting interest of the goals. Carefully observe this slide. In the left side, we have agriculture labor and some laborers as well as some tribal women. In right side of the slides, we have very big industry as well as some entrepreneurs discussing about an industry. For agriculture labor and tribal persons, daily wages, a good output in agriculture fields, healthy and sustainable environment, protection of the forest are their common goals. But with respect to the entrepreneurs, their goal is take away large of land from the agriculturists as well as the tribals and establish a very big industry at that land. Agriculture laborers and tribals are goal to get own land and cultivate on the land. But the entrepreneurs want the same land to establish the industry, not for the agriculture, not for the environmental protection. Tribals wanted to protect the environment, but the entrepreneurs wanted to pollute the environment by getting the profits. So in this manner, different set of people have different set of goals. Their goals may be conflicting with each other. Development is a multi-dimensional perspective. So development has so many perspectives. Then only we can say a development. The dimensions of development are safety and security, environmental sustainability, infrastructure, dignity, gender equality, mental health, education, employment and income. If one person have all these factors, sufficient level, all these parameters, then we can say that family or that country or that person is developed. So development is not a single entity, it's a multi-dimensional perspective. What is national development? How can we measure the development of a nation? So the national development refers to overall improvement in the living standard, income and well-being of the people in that country. So development of the nation depends on so many factors like economic growth, social progress, environmental sustainability, good governance, security and freedom, political development. These all factors led to the development of any nation. Let's say economic growth means increased productions, income, jobs, industries, high living standard all come under the economic growth. Social progress in the sense good education, good health, clean water and housing. Environmental sustainability in the sense protecting the environment without harming the environment, without any pollution, development must be happened. Good governance means it must be the transparent and accountable institutions and accountable government employees. Political developments, development in the sense good law and order, democracy, protection of fundamental rights like this. Security and freedom, peace, justice, protection of rights, all this come under national development. If all these factors are well established in any country, then automatically a country can be called as a national developed country or a developed country. How to compare two different countries? We have two criteria to compare two countries' development. The first criteria is it depends on GDP. The second criteria is it depends on per capita income. What is GDP? GDP is the total monetary value of all final goods and services produced within 1 year. GDP tells how much country is producing. Let's say for example, in a country, 1000 rupees of mobiles are producing, 2000 rupees of tourism has been happening. So here the tourism is the service sector which valued 2000 rupees. The production of mobiles is 1000 rupees. The total value of goods and services means 1000 plus 2000, which means total 3000. Here in this case, the GDP of the country is 3000. So in this manner, the GDP is the total monetary value of all the final goods and services produced in country in 1 year. That is called GDP. Then come to the per capita income. Simply, per capita income is the ratio of total income of the country and the total population. If we divide the total income by the total population of country, we can get the per capita income. It shows how income is shared among the people. While averages are useful for the comparison, they also hide some disparity. So GDP and per capita income not the absolute measure of the development. Why? Because they are hiding some disparities. Per capita income misleading the equality. Here with a demonstration, I can explain how per capita income misleading the equality. Why can't we use per capita income to measure the equality of any country? We'll discuss in this slide. Observe the slide carefully. In table 1.2, monthly incomes of 5 citizens given in country A and country B. In country A, monthly income of citizens are almost near to 10,000. Almost. See, observe person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5. All these people have almost near to 10,000 rupees of monthly income in country A. But in the same manner, in country B, 4 people have almost 500 rupees of monthly income, but only one person have 48,000 rupees of monthly income. Means there is a lot of disparity, lot of injustice happening in the country B. But in the case of country A, all the people have almost all equal amount of the monthly income. So compared to the country B, country A has equality. Why? Because country B, one person has a lot of wealth, but remaining people have very less wealth. So I can say country B is very unequal compared to country A. Let me explain the same thing in pictographic manner. See here, there are 4 chairs. Let's imagine this chair as a income, monthly income. Let's imagine the space in the chair is a monthly income. These all are 5 persons of the country. In the picture A, all the 5 people sharing the almost same amount of the space. So they are almost sharing equal space or equal amount of wealth in picture A. Then coming to the picture B, see in this picture, one person occupied almost 4 chair space, means only one person controlling the 4 chair space, remaining 4 persons adjusted only in the space of 2 chairs. In the picture 1, almost all people sharing the equal amount of the space, but in the picture 2, only one person enjoying the lot of space, remaining 4 persons enjoying the very less space. So we can say per capita income has some flaws. We cannot measure the development of country purely based on the per capita income. It misleads the equality. So I can conclude, in country A, less disparities of income compared to B. Country A has less disparity of income compared to the country B. So development not merely depend on the income. So development also depends on non-income criteria also. We have some non-income criteria also to be followed for the estimation of development. They are infant mortality rate, literacy rate, gross enrollment ratio, sustainable development goals, social justice and freedom. Let's say, what is infant mortality rate? Infant mortality rate is number of children that die before the age of 1 year per 1000 live births in 1 year. Let's say, for example, in country, per 1000 live births, 35 people have been died before reaching the 1 year or before completing the 1 year. Then I can say here the infant mortality rate is 35. Let's say another country, 85 people have been died before completing their first birthday. Then I can say country B has infant mortality rate 85. So this is the definition of infant mortality rate. Literacy rate. Simply, what is the literacy rate? Literacy rate is ability of person to read and write above the 7 years. That's the literacy rate. Gross enrollment ratio is total number of children of age group of 14 and 15 years attending the school as the percentage of total number of children in the same age group. Sustainable development aimed for the global sustainability and equality. We will discuss detailed manner in next slides regarding the sustainable development. Social justice and freedom. All these non-income criteria must be considered to decide the development of the country. Slide. We will discuss some comparative analysis of 3 states of India based on their infant mortality rate, literacy rate and net attendance ratio. Carefully examine the table here. Haryana has infant mortality rate 30, Kerala has infant mortality rate 7, Bihar has 32. 30 infant mortality rate means for every 1000 live births or for every 1000 children before reaching their first birthday, 30 people have been dying in Haryana. But in case of Kerala, only 7 people are dying before reaching their first year. But in the case of Bihar, 32 people or 32 children are dying before reaching their first year or before completing the first year. Carefully analyze these 3 numbers. In Haryana, 30 children are dying before completion of 1 year. Kerala, only 7 people are dying before completion of their first year. In Bihar, 32 people are dying before completion of first year. In these 3 states, Kerala has very less number of people are dying before reaching their first year. So Kerala is well developed compared to Haryana and Bihar with respect to the infant mortality rate. And Bihar is worst country compared to Kerala and Haryana with respect to the infant mortality rate. Why? Because Bihar has more number of people or more number of children dying before completion of their first year. So Bihar is the worst country compared to the Haryana and Kerala with respect to the infant mortality rate. But coming to the literacy rate, in Haryana, 82% is literacy rate, Kerala 94%, Bihar 62%, which means for every 1000 population of Haryana, only 820 people are able to write and read. In Kerala, for every 1000 population, 940 people are able to read and write. But in case of Bihar, 620 people are able to read and write per 1000 population. So, Compare this figure these three figures also. Kerala has highest number of people able to read and write. So compared to other two states, Kerala is well developed. In this manner, we can able to estimate the development of any state or any country based on this non-income parameters also. Human Development Index. Till now, we have discussed what is development, what are the parameters which decide the development of individual as well as development of a country. In this slide, we'll discuss about Human Development Index, which is released by United Nations Development Program every year. This Human Development Index depends on three parameters. They are health, education, per capita income or standard of living. Health is calculated based on life expectancy at birth. Education is depends on net attendance ratio. Standard of living depends on per capita income. Based on these three parameters, by calculating these three parameters, we can decide Human Development Index, which is published every year by UNDP. Why Human Development Index is important? Why? Because it shows the quality of life, not just the income. It helps compare the countries more fairly. Focus on people-centric development. Let's observe this figure. The comparative analysis of Human Development Index with regard to our neighboring countries like Sri Lanka, India, Myanmar, Pakistan, Nepal and Bangladesh. See the case of India. The gross national income is 6,600 rupees. Life expectancy almost 70 years. Mean year of schooling 6.5 years. Human development rank in over the world is 130. Which observe this map. The comparative analysis of Human Development Index globally. Countries with thickest blue color are well developed compared to the diluted blue color. In the case of India, the score of Human Development Index is 0.68, means almost 0.7. Human Development Index is always lying between 0 and 1. And the India score is 0.68. Comparing the economic growth and human development. What is the difference between the economic growth and human development? How can we compare them? So first of all, economic growth depends on per capita income. Per capita income has limited quality of life reflection. So it doesn't reflect the best quality of life. It just reflects the income he earned. It doesn't reflect the quality of life. It ignores the income distribution. Economic growth indicator is purely the economic indicators. So per capita income ignore the income distribution as well as it's purely economic growth indicator. It doesn't reflect the quality of life. But in the case of human development, it reflects the quality of life. It considers the income distribution. This is the comprehensive development measures. So that's the difference between the per capita income and human development. Coming to the sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Simply, the sustainable development is using the resources without harming the environment, without causing damage to the others. It must meet the present needs. It ensures the future needs. It preserves the resources. Must meet the present needs means it satisfies the current requirement without excess. Produce sufficiently required. It ensures the future needs. It guarantees the future generations can meet their needs. It preserves the resources. It conserves the resources for the future use. So these are the three major dimensions of the sustainable development. Recently, United Nations Development Program released a Human Development Report in 2025 titled A Matter of Choice, People and Their Possibilities in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. According to this report, India ranked 130 out of 193 countries in 2025 with the score 0.685. Iceland is the top with the score 0.972. South Sudan is the bottom with the score 0.388. India remained the middle human development category, though it is approaching the threshold for the high human development, that is 0.7. Our neighbors China, Sri Lanka, Bhutan ranked above India, but the Bangladesh pair with India. Nepal, Myanmar, Pakistan ranked below the India. India's life expectancy rose from 58 years in 1990 to 72 years present now. Education. Children now expected to stay in the schools for 13 years. That is 8.2 years only in 1990. India's gross national income per capita rose over fourfold. So That's the overall summary of the Human Development Report published by UNDP in 2025. So this is all about human development or the chapter development in class 10 economics. I hope you enjoy the class. Please subscribe, share and comment.